Hey guys, what is going on? Thank you very much for coming back to the channel. So this is a special video as requested by Colin Hogg in the comments of our Into the Future English League video. Thank you very much, Colin, for getting involved. Sorry it's taken a little bit longer than I wanted. I've been trying to keep up with the main series and other things. Recording time hasn't quite been as plentiful as I would have liked, but Colin wanted us to have a look at Leeds United and how they have got on over the past 25 years. So that is what we're going to do. It should just be a short little video. It's a very painful one for me to make. I'm a Huddersfield Town fan, so cheers for that. I was going to wear a Huddersfield top, but I figured I'd probably better not. So the first thing you notice is currently in 2042, Leeds United are in the Championship. You can see this is just the last 20 years. We'll have a look at the full history in a second. That they got relegated in 2026 when they finished second bottom in the Premier League. And just look how many times they have come close to going back up. So they've had a sixth and a third, a seventh, then a couple of years of struggle, a relegation battle there, before getting themselves back up, and a fifth place finish, and then we've had a couple of sevenths, an eighth, and then fourth, fifth, and eighth again. So what that does mean is that they have been in the playoffs quite a few times and have blown it every time. So a look at their full history then. So the first season was this one here. You can see their vast majority, 22 seasons they've had in the Championship, just 3 Premier League seasons to their name. 2021 they finished second bottom, then they managed to finish 16th in 2024-25, but the following season they fell through that trapdoor, never to return. And as I said, as we went through, you can see they've had quite a few. What is that? 6th, 3rd, 5th. So that's what, 5 playoff campaigns, and they've blown it every time. Sorry, Colin, they have not managed to get themselves back up. The times they did go up was through the playoffs. So they finished 4th 2 years running and managed to get themselves up in those end of season playoffs. They haven't managed to repeat that since. So let's have a look at their managers. Who have they had? Oh, blimey, they have had a lot. So it's Thomas Christiansen at the start of the save, of course. He didn't last very long, did he? He was sacked just 163 days in. Carl Robinson, MK Dons Charlton manager, didn't fare much better. Didn't quite make a year before he was sacked. They then had Claude Makaleli. Wow. He did just over 2 years. So he did a lot better, but he left presumably to go to a better job. Dougie Freedman was interim manager for quite some time, presumably for the rest of the season, pretty much anyway, up until April, before Chris Hughton took over and did just shy of 4 years in charge before he left in January 2025. They had a caretaker manager before bringing it, oh God, John Mousinho. I thought I said Jose Mourinho for a second there. John Mousinho, he was in charge for just over a year before he was sacked. So they're still no more stable as a club, are they? Matt Sadler was in for just under 3 years before he was sacked. Scott Hogan, former striker, Scott Hogan, I guess, doesn't appear to still be in game. Bizarrely, it's not letting me pick any of them. Scott Hogan, 207 days in charge, sacked. Shane Duffy, former defender, 115 days in charge, sacked. Mark Richards, 229 days, sacked. Luke Williams, just under a year, sacked. Lee Collins, sacked. Toffolo, sacked. This is bizarre. Just manager after manager. Elliot Ward, Alfred Finn Bogerson, Jake Forster Kasky, Luke Joyce. Oh my God, they've just sacked manager after manager, haven't they? And they've currently got Dave Forthrop, who is a new gen in the game. He's 40 years old. He doesn't look brilliant, it has to be said. It's his first senior managerial job. He's had youth coaching roles with Newcastle and Burnley, Barnsley and Millwall. He played for Rotherham, for Fulham, for Sunderland and for Peterborough. Good stints at all of those clubs. but I can't see him lasting too long at Leeds either. So if we go back to the overview, let's have a little look at who their best players are. So their captain is a guy called Kevin Clark. He looks pretty decent, actually. He's a striker. He's well into his 30s now, but he's been at Leeds for a long old time. You won't be able to see it, but behind me, he's been at Leeds since 2032. He's got 385 appearances and 161 goals. Does look like he could still do a job for them, even at 32 years of age. He is their captain. They don't have a vice captain at the minute. Their key player is Chris Cook, 26-year-old Welshman they signed from West Ham in 2038. Again, looks really good, really pacey winger. Maybe doesn't quite have the crossing at the end of it, but does look a very, very good winger indeed. And their hot prospect is Patrick Grocott, 18-year-old midfielder. Looks like he could turn into something pretty special. But in terms of competition history, I'm guessing they've not won anything. Let's have a look. The FA Cup, how have they done? So, semi-final in the first season. Wow, pretty good. They lost to Liverpool in the semi-final. They lost to Chelsea in the semi-final a couple of years later. Oh yes, they lost to Huddersfield in the third round. Sorry, Colin. Fourth round, third round. So, wow, they've not actually been past the fourth round. Only once they got to the fifth round in 2040-41. But that is the only time since those semi-finals that they've got past the fourth round. So they've not got a very good reputation in the FA Cup either recently. And in the League Cup, what have we got here? Third quarter final there. And a quarter final the season before last as well. So nothing brilliant at all at any point. I wonder if they've actually got any big transfers that have gone out. £1 million in total there, 8.5 million there. So they did manage to sell a big player. Yeah, Conor McKay went to Watford for 3.4. But it's very mediocre, unfortunately. Colin, sorry if you were hoping that they would have made their way back up into the big time, into Europe, all that. Hasn't happened. I think it needs you to take them over, mate. What I'm going to do, I'm going to upload this save file in the description below, mainly for you, Colin. If you're stuck for a save, do you want to take this on, see what you can do with them? For anyone else, it's going to be uploaded with all the leagues I've got selected. If we go to preferences, we'll show you, is it preferences or is it game status? You can see all the leagues there that we've got running. They've been running since 2017, so for the last 25 years. The database, the history, everything in those leagues there, from Mexico to Australia to Brazil, Italy, everywhere, Scotland, you name it. There's a big old database, a big old history being built over the last quarter century. So it's the first time I've linked it, but I am going to upload it. It is going to be down in the description. So if you do want to download it, feel free, get along and download it. And let me know if you do take it on and who you play as and how you're doing. And I would love to see what is going on. But if, like Colin, there is a club, a manager, a player from FM18, if there's a league in general, a country, anything you want me to have a look at, let me know and I will do a little video like this one for you. So thank you very much for watching, Colin. Thank you very much for watching, everyone else. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe as well, and I will see you very, very soon for another video. Bye bye.